Hello students, I am Teacher Nick. In today's lesson we will look at the following. 1. Sales tax and total cost. 2. Finding the amount of discount. 3. Finding the sale price. 4. Finding the discount rate. After completing all examples, you will have to complete MYP formative 15 criteria C and D. Important. This task is due today, the 11th of February 2022 at 11 p.m. tonight. Make sure all other tasks have been completed. That is, formative 11, formative 12, formative 13, formative 14, and the performance task. Now, let us get down to business. First we have a look at sales tax. Scenario. Khalid is planning to go to Yas World over the midterm break with his brothers. The total cost of their tickets is 650 United Arab Emirates dirhams, and VAT is charged at 5%. How much VAT are they going to pay? Remember, VAT stands for value-added tax. So here, we want to know how much extra Khalid and his brother will pay on top of the cost of the tickets. In this case, they will pay 5% more. So we need to find out what is 5% of 650 United Arab Emirates dirhams. There is a number of ways to find the answer. Let us look at the simplest one. First, we will write and solve an equation. Let T equals percent of tax times 650. And the percent of tax is 5%. Step 1. Convert the percent to a decimal by dividing it by 100. This gives us 0.05. Step 2. Then using your calculator, multiply 0.05 by 650. This gives us 32.5. This means, the sales tax they will pay as extra is 32 United Arab Emirates dirhams and 50 fils. Remember, when working with money, if you have one digit after the comma, just insert a 0, otherwise always round off to 2 decimal places. In this example, we had 32.5, so we write this as 32.50. Like I said, there is more than one way to answer this question. If you do not pay tax, it means you only pay 100% of the cost. But if there is tax, then you pay more than 100%. In our example, Khalid and his brothers have to pay 5%. This means in total they pay 100% plus 5%, which equals 105%. Yes, sometimes percents can be more than a 100, but it is always out of 100, meaning that the ratio will always have a denominator of 100. So we can write an equation where we let T be the amount of tax. So T equals 100 plus 5 divided by 100. Then multiply this by the cost 650. This gives us 682.5. This is the total cost, and here, we just want to know the amount of tax, so just subtract 650 from 682.5 and this gives us the same answer as before. They will pay a tax amount of 32 United Arab Emirates dirhams and 50 fils. A third method would be to write and solve a proportion. Amount of tax divided by cost of tickets equals the percent of tax divided by 100. Let us substitute what we have and solve for what we do not have. We do not have the amount of tax, so we will insert X. We have the cost of tickets, so we insert 650. We have the percent of tax, so we insert 5, and a denominator of any percent is always 100. Whenever you have one fraction on the left-hand side of the equal sign and one fraction on the right-hand side, we then apply the cross-product rule. This means, we will multiply terms that are across each other. So we multiply x with 100, this gives us 100x. We multiply 5 with 650, which gives us 3250. Remember, we are solving for x, so we need to isolate the variable x. So, 100x is the same as 100 times x. So to isolate x we need to apply the inverse of times or multiplication. And that is division. Therefore, we will divide both sides by 100 to make sure we isolate the variable but also to keep the equation balance. Whatever you do on the left of an equation, it must be done on the right of the equation so the equation is balanced. So 100 divided by 100 is 1x. We do not usually write the 1, so we just write x, and 3250 divided by 100 is 32.5. As you can see, on the left-hand side we will be left with x, while the right-hand side we will get the same answer as in the previous two methods. Hence, the sales tax is 32 United Arab Emirates dirhams and 50 fils. Now that we know how much tax they will pay, we need to determine or calculate how much they will pay in total. To find the total cost, we add the amount of tax to the cost of tickets, therefore, total cost equals 650 plus 35.50, and this gives us 682.5. Hence they will pay a total of 682 United Arab Emirates dirhams and 50 fils. Yas World is offering a 13% discount for all children under 15 years. Khalid and his brothers are all under 15, so they will get this discount. How much will be their discount amount? Important, if you get a discount, it means you will pay less than 100% of the cost. So in this case, we need to calculate 15% of their total cost. Remember, their total cost including VAT was 682 United Arab Emirates dirhams and 50 fils. So the discount amount D is equal to 13% of 682.50. We will follow the same steps as before. Step 1. Convert the percent to a decimal by dividing it by 100. So 13 divided by 100 is 0.13. And the word of means multiply. Then step 2. We multiply the 0.13 with 682.50. So now we have D equals 0.13 times 682.50, and this gives us 88.725. Now remember, when dealing with money, you always have to round off to two decimal places. To do this, you look at the first two digits after the dot. In this case we look at 7 and 2. If the third digit is more than 4, we will add 1 to the second digit. Here, the third digit is 5, and 5 is bigger than 4, so we add 1 to 2. This means the discount amount will be 88 United Arab Emirates dirhams and 73 fils. Right now we know that Khalid and his brothers will be getting a discount of 13%, which is equal to the discount amount of 88 United Arab Emirates dirhams and 73 fils. Now we want to know what will be the sale price if they get such a discount. To do this, we subtract the discount from the total cost. And the total cost was 682 United Arab Emirates dirhams and 50 fils. Therefore, the sale price equals 682.50 minus 88.73, and this gives us 539.77. This means they will pay 539 United Arab Emirates dirhams and 77 fils instead of 682 United Arab Emirates dirhams and 50 fils. A discount is not always given to you as a percent. Sometimes you will be given the discount amount and your task will be to find the discount rates. When they say find a discount rate, they mean represent the discount as a percent. When Khalid and his brother arrived at Yas World, they ordered food and spent 350 United Arab Emirates dirhams. The store manager told them that everyone arriving between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. will get 56 United Arab Emirates dirhams off their food bill. Calculate the discount rate on the food bill between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. Now here, the discount is not a percent but an actual amount. So we need to find out what part of 100% represents this 56. You must understand that the 56 will be taken from the 350. So 56 is a part of 350 and 350 is the total bill or the whole. The easiest way to convert a number to a percent is to write a ratio or a fraction comparing the part with the whole. Here, 56 is a part of 350, and 350 is a whole. So 56 will be the numerator, and 350 will be the denominator. Then we will multiply this fraction or ratio by 100. This will give us 16. So the discount rate on the food bill is 16%, or you can say this means they will get a 16% discount on their food bill. Khalid noticed that before 12 p.m., there were only 342 people at the park, but after 12 p.m., there were 520 people. What was the percent increase in the number of people at Yas World? Here, we just need to find out how many more people joined after 12 p.m. and convert this number into a percent equivalent. Or basically we find the difference and represent it as a percent. Step 1. Find the change or increase. So change equals the big number minus the small number. Therefore change equals 520 minus 342, and this gives us 178. This means after 178 more people came to the park. Now we need to convert this number to a percent. Step 2. Write a ratio comparing the change with the original amount. So the change will be the numerator and the original amount will be the denominator. So percent increase equals change divided original amount. Therefore percent increase equals 178 divided by 342. Step 3. Multiply the answer you get by 100 to convert it to a percent. If you get a long decimal, round off to 0 or 1 decimal place unless stated otherwise. In this case, in step 2 we got a long number 0.52046 and so on. So we multiply this number by 100. So we get 52.04678 and so on, so I will round off to 0 decimal places or neared percent, so the answer then is 52. This means the number of people increased by 52%. This is our percent increase. In closing, Teacher Nick would like to share the following tips. 1. VAT, tax and tips or gratuity are calculated the same way. 2. Discount, percent decrease and loss percent are calculated the same way. 3. If there is a percent in the question, then it often means your answer will not be a percent. 4. Always focus on the word what in front of this word. You often find what you must calculate. 5. The word of means multiply. Important. Please complete MYP formative 15 criteria A and D. The file has already been uploaded in ManageBack. All submission must be done via Dropbox and not in Messages. Please only upload PDF files. I hope you enjoyed the video. Follow Teacher Nick on YouTube. Learn with Teacher Nick. Like, share and subscribe. See you soon. Goodbye.